So today we're making a very important announcement. We've partnered with Sun Mobility for some time now. A few months back, we had a signed agreement where we announced that we will be jointly putting about 100,000 electric vehicles on the road with Sun Mobility's platform. And as a subsequent to that, what we're announcing today is that we are going to take over 15,000 vehicles that are today operating on Sun Mobility platform. These vehicles are worth over 100 crores, and I think what we've realized working with a lot of fleet partners is that the Sun Mobility platform is a very important aspect or part of how fleet operations run, and their technology and their partnerships with fleet operators has been very successful, and a lot of fleet operators have actually asked us to finance vehicles that are working on their platform, and hence this decision.
I'm super happy with this announcement. I think we have been working with Revfin, and I always believe that you are one company that is pushing it the way it needs to be pushed, and we are very excited that we are partnering with Revfin, and this is one of the steps forward in taking it to the next level. So you will have more details shortly on this. So, but 15,000 vehicles, more than 100 crores. We will be working very closely with Revfin. Revfin will be taking over and will be running still on Sun Mobility platform. Thank you. Thank you once again, Samir, Revfin, and ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. So I was really awed by what Samir presented. I did not realize you had done so much work in the last 5 years, honestly, and very quietly you have become a force to reckon with in India. So very, very, very good work done there. I think all of us do realize what EVs are, but I bet not many people know what battery swapping is. If I may just ask anybody, like how many people really understand what battery swapping is? Can you raise your hands? Oh, there you leave it. So hardly, right? So we talk about electric vehicles. Battery swapping is a fairly novel concept, right? It's hardly 7 to 8 years old. In India, right, Sun Mobility started this company in 2017, which was started by Chetan Mehni, the founder of Reva, in 2017. But still, till almost 2 years back, it was not very well known, right, and it was still, nobody understood what battery swapping is. Still today, many people don't. So let me start by, I'll give you a very short overview of what Sun Mobility is, but let me start with giving you how battery swapping looks like, because till the time you guys see it, what battery swapping is all about, whatever I will say will be gibberish to you. So can you please just start? Almost 40 to 50% of the cost of a vehicle. So you're dissociating the battery from the vehicle and bringing down the capex significantly. And then the range anxiety, because the swapping is like, it's like what you just saw, 2 minutes. So you're not worried about charging it overnight. You're not worried about where to park and charge it. It takes 2 minutes, so range anxiety is not there. And then we talk about technological obsolescence. Why technological obsolescence? Because since you don't own the battery in this case, you don't worry about how much the battery is going to last, right? That's what the basic thing is. The idea is, what Sun Mobility believes is to make EV affordable, accessible to everybody by bringing down the cost and expediting it. So with this, let me just take a very, 3 minutes, 4 minutes on giving you a brief overview of Sun Mobility and what are we doing. The numbers are not as impressive as what Revfin has done, but I think we have done some part of our side. Start the presentation. 25 million swaps. We have done close to 590 million, 60 crore kilometers across India. We're present in 20 plus cities, and we have 400 plus employees, close to around 1200 workers apart from employees, so almost 1800 people working with Sun Mobility today. We have till now saved around 45,000 tons of CO2. So these are the major numbers. Next slide, please. So what I was trying to talk just before this presentation started, so between swapping and fixed, right? It's a 2-minute dispensing time versus 4 to 6 hours of dispensing. There's no downtime for all the delivery operators and all the people who are looking about maximizing their day. I think swapping makes very good sense. Battery technology, there's no risk of technological obsolescence as against high risk of technological obsolescence in a fixed battery. Upfront cost is almost 40 to 50% lower, right? You can actually, the kind of lineup that Revfin has shown you down below, 150, 130,000 rupees scooter can be coming to you in the...
This is Mr. Sameer Agarwal, CEO and founder of Revfin. And as you all know, our main motive of coming to Bangalore and the main purpose of having this partnership with Sun Mobility. You have already attended the conference. Now you can ask questions to Sameer if you have any.
So are there any investors in this one?
In our company?
Yeah.
Yes, we have many investors in our company. So we have 5 venture capital investors. First is Omidyar Network. Second is ADB Ventures, Asia Development Bank. Then there is LC Nova, there's Companion Capital and Green Frontier Capital.
Right now, how many charging stations and swapping?
So we are a financing company.
Yeah.
So we finance vehicles, and we finance vehicles either which are fitted with batteries and some vehicles which are without batteries, where we partner with swapping companies like Sun Mobility.
You need to be a little bit louder.
Okay.
What is the rate of interest regarding this?
So rate of interest will vary depending on what type of vehicle we are financing, what geography we are financing it in. But generally the range would be somewhere in the 9 to 14% range.
What are the terms and conditions regarding?
So again, it will depend on what type of a partnership we are building and whether it's for an individual customer or a fleet operator. But generally, we have a digital platform for individual borrowers. So it's a very simple process. There are few documents, KYC documents that we take, and there are a few other checks we do. So it's a very simple, easy process for our customers.
Providing loan for all over Karnataka or only metro cities?
No, we are doing it all over the country, all over Karnataka. Right now the focus is more on Bangalore, but otherwise we are doing it all over.
Hi, this is Paul. First of all, welcome to Bangalore.
Thank you, sir.
And yeah, so as of now, will be financing only the 2-wheeler and 3-wheeler commercials, or even for the personal vehicles as well?
No, our focus is on the commercial vehicle category. We believe that we should finance income generating assets because that have a huge impact on the drivers of the vehicle, their livelihoods, their income increases significantly because of driving electric vehicles. So it's 2-wheelers, 3-wheelers and 4-wheelers. So all intra-city commercial vehicles, electric, we will finance.
So what about like vendors like Swiggy, Dunzo?
Yes.
So you guys are like planning to...
Yeah, so basically a lot of our vehicles that we finance are on all these different e-commerce platforms through fleet operator partners. So we partner with a lot of fleet operators who manage the vehicles, who manage the drivers for the various e-commerce companies.
Thank you.
So what's the acquisition value?
So the assets that we are getting now are worth 15,000, worth about 100 crore rupees.
So what is the roadmap for acquiring the new customers? The 10,000 crores. Could you please give me another breakdown?
So you're talking about
The new Sun Mobility and Revfin's partnership or acquisition. Like how do you...
See, I'll just explain. So how we operate.
Okay.
So we first partner with manufacturers of electric vehicles, and then through those partnerships there are 2 avenues or channels. One is the dealership network, where we basically find individual borrowers and they would come to the dealership, buy the vehicles financed by us. The other channel is through fleet operating partners. So we jointly with manufacturing partners, OEM partners, would go and talk to various fleet operators who are providing vehicles to logistics companies and e-commerce platforms. Right? So those are the 2 sort of avenues how we source along with OEMs.
And
So what are the key challenges you have faced the EV vehicles adoption in urban areas?
So we started financing electric vehicles in 2018. At that time, there was very limited number of vehicles. Very few people were talking about electric vehicles, and we've seen over a period of time challenges have, there have been a lot of challenges. Initially starting with types of products, product qualities, number of OEMs, which OEMs to work with, very unstructured market, and also nobody had seen electric vehicles live a full life, right? So they were all in early days, they were untested, unproven products. And some of those challenges continue even today because we see a lot of new products being launched, a lot of new manufacturers coming in. So I think it'll take a few years before we can clearly establish how good the electric vehicle products are. That's the first challenge. The second challenge is on the infrastructure side. What I mean by infrastructure is, post-sale servicing infrastructure, availability of spare parts. Then there is the battery infrastructure in terms of, can the batteries be serviced, can the batteries be replaced if they need to be, how will the warranties be honored, etc. I think those are some of the large challenges. And thirdly, from a purely urban standpoint, charging infrastructure and battery swapping infrastructure becomes very, very important, because in smaller towns, people are able to charge vehicles in their homes. But in larger cities, you require a more sort of organized infrastructure. I think that infrastructure is coming up. You've seen from Sun Mobility as well how they are spreading in Delhi and Bangalore, but I think a lot more of that needs to happen before a driver who's driving an electric vehicle feels that there is no sort of anxiety with respect to either the vehicle quality, vehicle life, and vehicle range. The driver performs well, right? So we look at how much the driver is driving, how does it compare to other drivers who are driving. Then there is vehicle safety and security. If the vehicle is stolen, can we help retrieve the vehicle as well? And to then look at certain behaviors coming out. What is the route on which the driver drives? How much does he drive? What speed? What acceleration? So it gives a lot of information on behavior as well, apart from giving us a lot of information on the vehicle and the battery as well.
okay, thank you.
The light is very bright. Revfin is an electric vehicle financing company. Today we are in Bangalore for Jagriti Yatra, which is basically a campaign where we are trying to electrify last mile mobility, completely 100% electrification of last mile mobility. Bangalore is an extremely important city for us. It represents nearly 10% of our business, and we made a big commitment to Bangalore today that by March 2027 we will disburse loans worth over 1,000 crores in Bangalore. We've also announced a significant partnership with Sun Mobility, where we are taking over 15,000 vehicles that are currently running on Sun Mobility swapping platform. These assets are worth over 100 crores, and we will be taking them over on our books over the course of this month. We're very, very happy to be here today. I think Revfin over the last 5-6 years has had a big impact on the electric vehicle ecosystem. We've disbursed loans worth over 900 crores, financed over 65,000 electric vehicle assets in 23 states in about 700 towns and cities. And we look forward to continue this journey, and our vision really is to put over 2 million vehicles on the roads in the next 5 years.